Welcome. Good morning, guys. How is it going? It's going pretty well, Ricardo. It's going pretty well. This stupid idiot named Chickles isn't learning anything, but besides that, it's going relatively good. Trying to prepare myself for some big changes on the channel. Mainly affecting the consistency, basically. Hi. Hey, I have no clue how to read your name. So, hello. Welcome. Is your name in English? Use Google Translate to pronounce it. What if it's a swear word? No, I'm not getting baited. What if it's a beddy? Oh, that's interesting. The moment I started streaming, FPS in the simulation fell like twice. It used to be averaging 30 and now it's averaging 15. That's an interesting observation. Where am I sharing the now script? This one. Daiki Matsuba. That sounds hella awesome. I have no fucking clue what that means, but it sounds hella awesome. Daiki Matsuba. Well, welcome Daiki. Or Daiki. Welcome. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no freaking clue what we're gonna be doing during this stream. Because I want to make a dev stream, so I want to work on something while streaming. But the thing is, the upcoming project, the one you see on the screen, the code is already done, the environment is already done, the simulation is ready, and all I need to do is train this dum-dum. So I'm not 100% sure. Also about the secret FPS project, I don't really want to work on that one on the stream for now, because I feel like I need to get the basis, the basic part ready and working properly for me to be able to then just add smaller stuff on stream, because for me it's quite difficult to focus on those huge complex tasks on the streams, and at least for now. Hey, that happy guy, welcome. Hello. Can we fly in a flight simulator? That would be a possibility. That would imply that I need to get a flight simulator though, so maybe not on this stream. Maybe not something that I need to download because I don't have the fastest internet speed, especially during streaming. But yeah, we could in theory start some secondary project right now and start working on it, or yeah, we could maybe start developing a simulation for you guys to compete in. What do you think about that? We can come up with a project where again YouTube will be fighting Twitch chat, but we need to come up with something that would work well. So waiting for your suggestions. Well, I did the name with Google Translate that it came up as Songchan, Dashu Songchan. Well, yeah, we can do the flight simulator a little later in the stream, because it shouldn't be too difficult to use the existing script. But for now, I'm thinking about developing. I want this to be a dev stream as well. I want to get some work done, but I'm not sure what I should work on. I like your video. Thanks, man. I like your name. Thank you. Well, hopefully you like this one, because I keep saying that for the last 3 videos, but that's actually true. This one I think took me the most effort to make it look pretty, at least, because yeah, you can't really see it now because I turned off a lot of visual stuff for training purposes, but yeah, I did try make shaders here. I did, like, you can see these aura shaders. It should be grass here that is visible only inside the aura and so on, but yeah, we can't really see it right now. Yeah, let me think. What shall we work on? Let's see what projects I have in mind that we might consider working on. I was thinking about a project that would be something like AI Hitman, where you would have to train an AI to actually, I don't know, eliminate some targets. Maybe he gets rewarded for doing it in the stealth mode. We could start working on that in theory. Is English your second language? If you're asking me, then yes, it is. My primary language is Romanian, secondary language is Russian, and tertiary, I would say, is English. Or maybe 2 main languages would be Russian and Romanian, and the secondary is English. Let me cook. What do I want to work on? Actually, maybe we could keep working on the... Yeah, maybe we'll continue doing what we did previous time. Together with ChatGPT, trying to get the FPS project working. I think that would be a good idea. Because that's something I really need to work on. I'll just take it slow. I'm not gonna focus on getting stuff done. I'm gonna, again, focus on getting stuff done properly. So maybe we won't have that much progress. Oh, wait, yeah. In this example, I will still have to create a character controller by myself. Fuck. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? In Japanese, why did I not think of that first? Well, the Google Translate said Japanese, so yes. Ricardo. Also, Zuzella, what are we doing today? That is the question, isn't it? Hey, XP Action, welcome, welcome. That is the question, indeed. I was thinking of working on my secret project on the game, the first-person shooter game, but I've just remembered that I have to do a lot of preparation work, basically. I need to prepare a lot of stuff using the package for me to be able to start implementing multiplayer, because in the previous project, the one that we worked on the previous dev stream, I basically... wait a second. Yeah, on the previous project I was already ahead because I was trying different stuff, but then on the previous stream, using ChatGPT, we kind of fucked up the project, so I decided to start it from scratch. But yeah, I don't know if I want to work on this one. Wait, no, let's get back to the one that we worked previously, Demo FPS Framework, that one, right? And let's try and get some multiplayer stuff working there. We'll get it as messy as possible, and then on the new project I'll try using the knowledge to basically make it properly. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. We'll try to fix some networking issues for my game. What does OBS show? Do you guys want to see Chickle's train on the screen as well? Should I cover the bottom part with Chickle's training maybe? So we can also enjoy that process? Let's see. Training guys. That's not what I need. Demo FPS framework. That's also not what I need. Yeah, okay, this one. Not sure how visible it is for you guys. I can put it here maybe. Where do you find it more comfortable? In the bottom or on the top? I think bottom works better. So, if I run this simulation, will this break the other one? Usually it does, but sometimes it doesn't, so hopefully... Did it stop this simulation? No, okay, we can work in parallel, perfect. So, immediately when we connect, I already get an error. That's a good call. A native collection hasn't been disposed, resulting in a memory leak. And it doesn't even want to tell me where that occurred. Interesting. Edit, preferences, jobs, leak detection, level. But it is enabled though. Why the fuck? Well, up to a good start. Let me make the music a little quieter, because it's yelling in my ears. Maybe if I start it second time, it will not throw the tantrum it does. Host. Okay. And we can pick up the AK. We can switch. I'm trying to remember what we stopped on, basically. What was the last thing we did? I need to go to Unity projects. What's the name of this one? Demo FPS project. So it should be here. Demo FPS framework. The game. Alright, I'm doing that so I can connect both as a client and as a host to check. Yes, be right back. Zella is not live work. That's weird. Your Twitch stream randomly stopped and started again. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Because I see the message in the chat, the bot reconnected as well. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Hopefully it will work now and won't crash like this. Okay, let's see, because I do remember, I think the problem was with the client, some other synchronization as well. And we'll try to get that one sorted out. So we connect here as the host, and here we connect as the client. Do I have a different build? Okay, let's rebuild. Here is the thing. If I get weapon switching, weapon pickup, and overall weapon synchronization complete, everything else will be very easy to achieve. Everything unrelated to the framework. Network config mismatch. Why is it a network config mismatch this time if I've just recently built the project? What could be the network mismatch? Like, what could even cause that? It's pretty difficult to work with Unity's network manager because it really, like, I feel like the documentation sucks and I feel like their logs kind of suck. And you can have so many different issues popping up out of nowhere. Like, I don't think I had this bullshit previous time, but now it just appeared. Also, I'm gonna start cooking up ideas. Nice. have you messed with your local host recently? I didn't. I definitely did not do that. But I'm gonna bring up my good friend ChatGPT and my good friend Google. Google. This window here as well. So we have ChatGPT ready. Right. Network configuration mismatch. For those who are experiencing problem with the configuration, I found this moment disabling the enables also disables use prefab sync and automatically check that box. When debugging the source code to see where the mismatch problem was coming from, I discovered that the network config is not updated accordingly. If the box wasn't checked before disabling sync measurement, and then that's leading to a potential mismatch. Isn't that like another dumb thing? So those are the little issues I'm talking about. So mismatch problem was coming from. I discovered that the network config is not a... You should therefore remember to always check this box before disabling scene management. Use prefab sync. Does anyone see this box? I don't even see this checkbox, use prefab sync. I don't even see it. I want to see a world where digital life forms can live vividly someday. Yeah, making such an ecosystem would be quite intriguing, wouldn't it? A little bit of translation error. Did you hit the break button? It says you did. No, I didn't. I mean, bro, you can see my mouse cursor at all times. So, no, I didn't. That's weird. Can I even disable the ads? Because, I mean, I don't really need them. I don't see a button for disabling the ads completely. I did that on YouTube because I knew how. I don't know how to... I'll check after this stream and I'll disable the ads on Twitch as well. Because, I mean, let's be real. These ads bring me like 10 cents a month. So, and if you take the benefit for me and the downside for you, I think the downside for you is much, much bigger. So, I'm gonna just turn them off. I thought they are off, to be honest, but yeah. Okay, so why the fuck do I get this error? Why the fuck do I get this error if there isn't even the parameter that was being described there? If I... What is even this one doing? Enable scene management. This will allow network scene switched and automatic scene difference corrections upon connect. Soft sync scenes objects won't work with this disabled. That means that disabling scene management also enables prefab sync. But it said that it disables it. Where the fuck is the setting prefab sync? Force same prefab option on network management. That feels so fucking sketchy. That feels so fucking sketchy. But then again, why do I even get this? Where is this shit coming from? I don't have any error traces. Like, a native collection has not been disposed, resulting in a memory leak. Which one? Ooh, full stack traces. I'm fucking dumb. Never mind. Preferences, full stack traces. Show me what's the error. Bro, it's exact same log. What are you talking about? Enable full stack traces for more details. It is enabled. I don't have more details. What is happening? For real, what's happening? Why? Now I have 2 memory leaks. Okay, we got some output. FPS controller row 66. That's what I wanted to see. FPS controller row 66. Finally. That's in our SWAT. SWAT. FPS controller row 66. Let's see what the error is. By the way, can you see Chickles is actually seeing some sort of success? He completed the level for the first time, but that's considering that he has all the resources on the ground. Once he gets really good at understanding that water is used at the plant, I'm gonna remove the water, and I will be adding 1 more chain each time he learns to do the task, basically. So, FPS controller, row 66, somewhere here. Of course it's the network list. Okay. Let's analyze row 66, write permission. Native list. Okay, let's see. Let's ask my best friend ChatGPT. So, where is it? In Unity, I get using netcode for game objects. I get the following error on this line. Why and how to fix it? And the error is this. Hopefully he can help. It can help. The error also frustrates us with all of us. It does, especially because it appears out of nowhere. Like that's why I don't. I keep complaining, but I'm really pissed by some of these things Unity does. Like, come on, man! You have a network variable. You create it like this, it works properly. Then you have a network list, again, a parameter that is available, a variable that is available by Unity netcode. Yet for some reasons, if you do the exact same initialization, this one throws you an error. Just for no fucking reason. And then when you reconnect, like, all those check marks and bullshit, like, why? Why is it causing so many errors? I can even understand this one, while it still frustrates me. I can understand this one, okay. But how can, after so many years of this package being out and being the default for Unity networking, how can it be so bad that you have some check marks here that if you tick or you don't tick, it doesn't work? Like, that doesn't make any sense. That is the first thing you see when you implement their solution for networking, and it doesn't work. Like, I just don't really understand that. You would expect that the errors should be in the very specific niche things or whatever, but not in the main screen, not on the main screen, you know? That is why I use NPM. Yeah, I was considering using something like Photon, but I don't know. I thought, okay, it's been like 5 years since Unity netcode is out. It should be pretty good, shouldn't it? But I guess Unity is way more preoccupied with trying to come up with methods to fuck up their developers rather than improve their engine, which is a pity. Which is a pity. Oh, that being said, the problem has to be solved somehow. Let's see what our friend says. The error you're encountering is due to initializing a network list at the class level, which causes the underlying native list to be allocated during the class constructor, even when Unity is in the editor. Since this allocation isn't properly disposed of in the editor, Unity detects it as a memory leak. That's how I had it before and it didn't work. And that's the weird thing. I had it like this and then it told me, oh yeah, to fix the issue you have to make it like this. Now I'm giving it this issue and he's like, oh yeah, you have to make it like this. I'm gonna still try it. I'm gonna still try it once again, but... Oh. Wait, that is a option? Let's try this one. That I have a good feeling about this one actually. On network spawn. Where is this? Yeah, on network spawn, and here I'm gonna make them public void, public override on network despawn, right? And I'm gonna implement a check. If it's not null, we dispose. Will that solve the memory leak issue? It might. It might not. Or is it because of this bullshit? I'm gonna unsubscribe from this as well, just in case. Добрый день, брат. Добрый день, добрый день. Как дела? What's happening? Well, I'm working on a first-person shooter game. A multiplayer first-person shooter game, and that's quite difficult. I'm a beginner with networking and multiplayer. And, yeah, just trying to figure out. For you to understand, we didn't even get to the part that I wanted to work on, because I get some random issues that I'm trying to fix now. Oh, it didn't help at all. That's so fucking frustrating, oh my god. Okay, whatever. Let's say we do it like this. But I bet you I'm gonna see a different error this time, because, as I said, that's how I did it previously. And I changed it because it was complaining. What the fuck is the one network spawn here? Okay. I bet you this is not gonna solve the issue. I bet you this ain't gonna even solve the issue. I do hope it will. I doubt it will. Oh! Wait a second. Yeah, you see? That's such a big bullshit. Now, I don't get the error when I start the script, the simulation. I get the error when I connect with the player, because yeah, the FPS controller, the script that we are changing is attached to the player. So I don't get that error, but now I get this one. All network variable base must be initialized. What the fuck is that? What is that if not initializing it? Will this work? Implementing this. Get it. What if, for the sake of curiosity, just for the sake, because we're learning, we're experimenting right now, aren't we? The very first class that gets triggered is the awake method, I mean. We don't have an awake here, which makes it really useful. Start method. We do have a start method, don't we? Yeah, so above this, I'm gonna do private awake. And I'm gonna initialize it in the awake. So even before the character is initialized, it should initialize this value. And if it complains now as well, then it must be some dumb thing. Zello will have aged by 69 years by the end of this game development. Well, those are rookie numbers, I'm expecting way more, but yeah. At least, if I do get this project ready, I think I will be at the level with my networking skills enough for me to make multiplayer games way more often. And just imagine that you with the boys fighting against a horde of pogos or stuff like that. AI pogos. I'm seeing this as quite fun. Wait a second. It actually worked. Moving it to awake actually worked. I'm a bit speechless, but it is what it is. Let's see if that fixed the other issue, though. Wait. Fuck, and I didn't see the other error because... Oh my god, Unity, why are you so nice? Okay, let's move forward. Let's see if we can connect as the client. I still got another Twitter follow. I haven't been using that platform for quite some time. I know a lot of people are using it, and since I'm a content creator, I kind of feel the need to be there as well. But I just can't get used to it. Like, I don't know how to start getting interesting stuff for me, because for now it's just like random bullshit and politics that I really don't care about. And I'm wondering how to get Twitter algorithms to work properly, but I really don't think that's possible. I do think they're quite shit. Just repost memes. That would be an option. Let's connect as the client. So far, so good. So far, so good. And let's see. We have the AK. We have our dude. He picked up the weapon. The weapon did disappear from the ground, so that's synchronized properly. And I'm switching the weapon, and it is being displayed there as well. I do get a null pointer whenever I try to aim, but I think I do get the null pointer only when I'm aiming from the client. Let's do another quick test. So keep that one in mind. We get a null pointer whenever we're aiming. Yeah, we get this error. I'll move here. Let's take a screenshot just in case, so we remember what are the lines where the error occurs, because I do want to make a quick test to see if I get the same null pointer when I pick up the weapon as the host and not as the client, because that will be quite important on how we approach fixing it. Okay, so we connect as the host here. We connect as the client here. Okay, we're watching, and as the host, I'm picking up the weapon. It did disappear. Switching works fine. Aiming. And aiming works fine on the host. So the error is present only on the client. Let's analyze it. But first, what the fuck is this one? Why is this an error? Object disposed exception has been deallocated. It is not allowed to access it. Fuck? Do I just remove the part that I've added with deallocating it, or what? Here, but I do check whether it's not null before disposing it. What is it complaining about? What does this even mean? The reason for the error was removing from the network list inside a for each instead of reverse for loop. The reason became immediately obvious when I changed the network list for a list. What? Is it here? Again, it's so fucking annoying. Why can't it tell me properly where the error was triggered? I don't give a shit about the network behavior class. Just tell me where that was triggered from my classes so I can at least analyze this fucking issue. No. It gives you the most useless piece of content it can. Has been deallocated. But where is it being used? At which row? Where am I? Those aren't my classes, those are native classes. You do know what shapes are, right, Zuzelo? Of course? Well, now that you ask it this way, I might not, but I thought I did. You know what? Oh, and then another interesting thing is, I don't get this error. Let's see when I get this error. Do I get it on pickup or? Why is networking so complex? And it's not even complex, like the logic is quite simple, it's just the functionality that Unity provides, it's so unnecessarily complicated. Alright, no error so far, am I right? Yes. No error so far. And now I'm not getting the error anymore. I'm not getting the error anymore. Am I getting the error only when there is another guy connecting as well, or? Oh, no. Okay, so the error happens only when I stop the simulation. That does help a bit, because that means I know where the error is coming from. It is coming from on network despawn. So it has to do with this bullshit. But then again, my question is, why? If I'm checking whether it exists before disposing of it. Okay, if I remove this bullshit, will it give me back the memory allocation error that I had before? How many sides does a hypergon have? I have no fucking clue. My best one is decagon. That one has 9, I think. Then you have the octagon, in which the fighters fight with 8 sides. The hell is a hypergon? Hyper, that's not even a number. Well, 10 then, doesn't matter. So, will I get the error now? So far so good. Pick up the weapon, shoot the weapon, exit simulation. Okay, let's try and figure out what this issue entails. So many errors that I've never seen before. This one I assume at least what it might be, because whenever you want to destroy a network, you have to despawn it first. Makes sense, okay. I can do that. I can do that. Again, it doesn't even show me where exactly the issue is caused by. Of course, fucking useless Unity. And let me try and think where this happens. What am I using destroy? I'm not even using destroy. Or am I? I'm not even sure. Where? Where am I destroying this weapon? I think I have a clue. I might. But then again, look what the question is, because it says the network behavior AK12, right? But if we go to our SWAT boy, where the hell is it? Where is the SWAT boy? Oh, yeah, here. The pickup prefab. Is it this one that's caused? Oh, yeah, it's the pickup prefab clone. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Maybe we can go to weapon pickup and do something like override on network despawn. And we do this. What do I have to do? Dispose, or what was the thing I had to do? You have to despawn it first. Okay, so I do the. How the fuck do I despawn it? Unity despawn network object. How do you despawn something? Hypergon is a term sometimes used to describe a polygon with an infinite number of sides, essentially approximating a circle. In the sense, it can be thought as a limit where the number of sides approaching infinity, making it a polygon with infinite sides. Makes sense. I dare you to simulate a 2D hypergon on your computer. I mean, what would that be simulating? It's just a limit, didn't you say that? Do you just want to see a function, or what? How do I despawn something? I destroy. So it's not a network behaviors thing. Unity netcode despawn. So, did I do it correctly this time? You would need infinite storage. Well, not really. For limits, you don't. If you want to represent infinity, then you do. But for representing it through a limit, no, you don't. You just have a function, basically. You would have... That's the point of a limit. You would have some sort of a cap. But of course, simulating anything infinite would require infinite storage. Okay. Pick up. Switch. Turn off. Still the same bullshit, you see? How is this happening? Why? Why is this happening? I am despawning the game object right here. I am, but where did everyone go? I don't know. Maybe not everybody is interested in this kind of debugging, and honestly, they are not to be blamed. I think it will get more interesting when I'll have the bases ready and we'll be able to actually keep implementing content. That's when it will be more interesting to follow, but I do need to get the bases straight first, and as you can see, I am getting all these issues. I don't even have a clue what's causing them. I mean, okay, I have a clue, but that's not enough. Network behavior. AK12 pickup prefab clone is being destroyed while network object AK12 pickup prefab clone is still spawned. What's the difference? I'm trying... The network behavior is destroyed, but the network object is still spawned. But I do that. I have this. If I do this. I honestly don't get it. Are you a fan of Skyblock? Well, I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I did enjoy it when I was playing a lot of Minecraft, yeah. I did enjoy the modded ones where you could actually achieve something, because I found the regular one to be quite boring, because there isn't that much stuff you can actually automate and accomplish, because you have so limited resources. I always loved in every survival game creating getting self-sufficient, basically. So in Don't Starve I would love to dig the bushes and plant them near my base so I have my own farm. Or yeah, in 7 Days to Die, same thing. Like, I like when you have the possibility to get almost everything in the comfort of your own base. That's why I really love the mode Industrial Craft. I would say I'm a fan of that one, or at least I was. So Industrial Craft, because especially once you reach the antimatter or whatever that bullshit is, you can literally craft any resource out of that. And yeah, you could build a quarry if you needed resources. Like, you could automate every single process, and that's like the bar that I'm setting. Okay, Now I'm turning this off, and that worked. Surprise, surprise, that worked. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Okay, at least, you know what that means? That means that we can finally start working on the stuff that I was initially intending to work on. And the problem is that the client is unable to aim down sight the picked up weapon. I believe it's only the picked up weapon. I'm pretty sure it can aim it can aim downside the pistol. I'm not sure if the pickup weapon works though. So let's see. I connect here as the host. I connect here as the client. I go pick up the weapon. Only server can despawn objects. Already a new issue that hasn't ever appeared before. So if I'm aiming the pistol, it also gives me an error. And if I'm aiming the rifle, it gives me the same error. Okay, back to debugging, I guess. So first of all, I know what the other issue was caused by. This. I think I need something like private void despawn on server RPC. I do this here, disable, and that should be a server call, server RPC. So here I'm gonna call the despawn on server, and then from the server I'm gonna call it for every single client. So we need a client RPC, private void despawn on client RPC, and that's where we actually disable it. So here we do this, right? That makes sense. I think that will solve the issue that we saw. Gotta go for 30 minutes soon. See you when you're back. Despawn client RPC, and here is the connect. But why do I get the aim downside error though? That's on row 170, row 509. That's on row 509. So if we go to FPS controller, row 509, if active item on aim pressed, and we have an active item and we're going there. Okay, let me retry it. What? Okay, that didn't disappear. That's good. So that moves us here. Weapon 170 on aim press, indeed. Update target FOV. And that brings us to row 97, update target FOV. FPS camera controller is null. FPS camera controller equals parent, get component in children. FPS camera controller. I'm making a multiplayer FPS game in Unity using netcode for game objects. Currently, I am making a pickup weapon system where the player can pick up a gun and then use it. It works with no issues for the host. However, when the client tries to aim down sight, I get the following error. The error is this one. Yes. I will now provide you the script I am using, and I need you to carefully analyze the code and find the issue, as well as suggest the best and easiest solution. Don't rush the answer and double check yourself whenever needed. Keep in mind, I don't really want to make changes to the weapon or FPS item classes, but if that is the only way forward, it is okay. Here are the classes. Greetings! A level or lev. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so now let me provide some of the core classes that I'm using so it can actually properly analyze my code. And hopefully it will be able to explain what I'm missing. Gonna go play Deadlock. Good luck, man. Good luck. I don't know why during streams I'm so freaking bad. Yesterday, after previous stream, literally after finishing the stream, I decided to go one more game, and I ended up having 31 kills and like 4 deaths or something like that. HX Hunter, I have arrived. Welcome. Bye, be right back. Weren't you already going to be right back? Weren't you already gone? You literally said I will be back in 30 minutes. No picture didn't happen. Unfortunately, well, actually, wait a second. I'm gonna prove you. Deadlock stat player tracker. Can you do something like that? Search for players. Gunter, the crazy penguin. There I am. There you go. Look, let me prove you. That's my Haze match. Same day, 5th of October, right? Or, wait, 5th of October. Yeah, I think that is it. So, where am I? Haze. Why doesn't it show me the score? Fuck, I thought I could show you the match score. It's BRB from BRB, makes sense. Okay, maybe not track log, maybe there is some other side that I could show you. But I fooled you not. I did do that. Do I have to confirm it from my phone? No, I don't think I have. Right? I think that's it. But you still can't really see my... Or can you? Oh yeah, you can. Okay, let's see. Oh no, that's only for the Haze character, not for that match in particular. I don't even... Yeah, I think that's the stats for me? Or is that the stats for the player in for the character? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it is possible. But trust me, bro. Okay, back here. So that was the FPS controller. I'm gonna pass the weapon script as well. Man, you tried so badly to prove it. I mean, it is true. I don't know why I was so freaking bad during the stream. Maybe we'll do another deadlock at the end of this stream. Maybe I'll have my redemption arc. My ChatGPT lagged. A BRB from BRB means that they came back, had to go again and say BRB twice. Yeah, that does make sense, I guess. Okay, and I think I'm gonna also pass this script just so it has a better general idea. Let's see. Let's see what smart thing ChatGPT will come up this time. I'll go for a toilet break. Be right. I am back. I like to see that. I like when ChatGPT is actually taking his time to think and reevaluate himself and so on. That almost always means the answer will be somewhat thought, like somewhat well thought, basically. Sometimes you ask him, bro, don't rush the answer, just think about it, and in like 5 seconds he's, oh yeah, I know, and gives you a bullshit answer. Let's see what our dude is telling us. The issue you're encountering stems from the null reference exception in the weapon. Yes, I figured that much. Specifically, the variables user input controller and FPS camera controller are null when the client attempts to aim downside. This happens because the onEquip method of the weapon class is not being called on the client, leading to the reference not being initialized. Very good. Now that's a very good point. Initialization of weapon components in important classes. The onEquip method is called onEquip method of the FPS controller. In the FPS controller class, the equip method is supposed to be called to equip the weapon and initialize it. However, in the on-network spawn method, the call is commented out. This means that on the client side, equip weapon is not called during network initialization, so the weapon remains uninitialized on the client. Why? I kinda disagree with that, because let me show you why I disagree with that. We have equipped weapon, right? And here, equip weapon is called in the start method. So whenever the new player joins, start is called and the equipped weapon is expected to be called. Because that was another issue I was trying to solve. Why would it need to be in... Why would it need to be in the on-network spawn instead of start? I'm not getting that. Yeah, why does it have to be here? Because it used to be here, that's why it's commented out. It used to be here, but it was causing a different error if I was initializing it here. Wait a second, but why do I need to call equip weapon in on network spawn if I do that in start method? Doesn't this do the same thing? I do recall I had some issue when trying to initialize it in on network spawn. I don't recall the issue though. Because I don't get this part. Like, why would that be different? I don't know. By the way, I actually think I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch only. Because on YouTube, it's more like people join, they see that it's not something they would expect and they quit, while on Twitch, people join specifically for the stream purpose. Like, they know they want to see the stream. So that will make it easier for me to do all kinds of stuff on stream, because I wouldn't have to multi-stream and worry that all the stuff has to work for both streams. So I'll still consider that. But yeah, currently I already see we have 0 or 1 viewer on YouTube, so it just doesn't feel worth it. You're absolutely right to the question when it's already called. However, in a network environment, using netcode for game objects, the timing of the network variables on initialize is crucial for the correct function of your game. Network variables are not yet synchronized in the star. Oh. Oh. Okay, that does make some sense. But again, I do recall that if I will bring this one back and remove it from start, then I'm gonna start getting some other error. I don't recall which one exactly. I think it was the camera issue, where we'll find in just a bit, but I do recall there was some problem with that. I love how much better AI is getting recently. Someone was able to make AI play a game as complicated as Minecraft by making GPT write its own script while playing. That's hella impressive. I also have some bigger projects in mind, but I need some more funding for those, and luckily I got 2 sponsorships that will cover like 90% of the costs for the big project. But if that project will happen, that will open a whole new era on the channel, and I don't want to spoil it too much. But how do I put it? Let's say we will take out the word virtual from the virtual environment. I'll leave it at that. So my client RPC scan X. I think I know what this one is caused by. Because I was using client RPC parameters for a server RPC call. Okay, so far so good. And yeah, we get the null pointer error that I was talking about. You see, and we don't even have the weapon, and everything gets fucked up. That error is caused by that equip line, isn't it? Yeah. So it is called from here, this equip weapon, and then in row 223, instantiated weapons that count is throwing me a null pointer. Am I right? Assuming that? Yeah, object reference, it's a null pointer, which means it doesn't know about the existence of instantiated weapons. It doesn't know about the existence of that thing. However, if I go to on network spawn, wait a second, where am I even initializing it? Maybe I did pinpoint the error. It gets initialized in initialize weapons, which is called again here. Think a bit. Because I could move that to awake in theory, right? Because initialize weapons is called after that thing happens. So maybe it shouldn't be in start, maybe it should be in awake. Let's see if that will do anything. Let's see if that will do any good. Because from what I understood, the order of execution is awake, on network spawn, and then start. So if I do something on network spawn that requires some initialization of things that happen on start, that will give the null pointer because start is called later. But yeah, it still fucked it up. Yeah, now we get different errors because we do it in the wake. Yeah, because this one isn't generated yet. So how can I even do that? Okay, let's see what ChatGPT says till the end. Okay, potential issues when initializing starts in the network. Okay. What did you change though? Move the weapon initialization. Okay. And where does it appear here? Because I don't see him. I don't see it being called. I don't see where the change is being made. Like, it says move the equip weapon inside the on-network spawn, and I'm looking at his solution, and I don't even see that. Where is the where is equip weapon? Wait, but I don't see where you moved the equip weapon. It seems to be missing from your final version of on network spawn. The thing is that average YouTube user will stay on stream 10 minutes and never come back. Meanwhile, most Twitch users follow something that they want to watch and will come back to watch again. YouTube equals more viewers, Twitch less viewers, but people come back to watch the next streams. Yeah, I think that's a good summary. YouTube gives you exposure while... yeah, we can put it this way. YouTube gives you exposure and Twitch gives you retention. I think that's the best way to put it. Pre-roll ads disabled for 21 minutes. Bro, I want to disable them for the entire stream. What the hell? In the final version, I didn't directly call. Instead, I called on active weapon chain. Okay, look how smart this guy pretends to be. I'm just gonna copy this code. I'm gonna go to on network spawn and I'm gonna completely replace it. I have no clue what exactly I changed, but if it wonderfully will work, I'll be very glad. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Yeah, to be expected. In the start method, am I wrong? You get the error in the start method. Wait, row 203 of the start method? How is that even possible? Wait, no, that's, yeah, I wasn't looking at the correct one. 526. I made the changes you suggested, but now I get this error. Yeah, it is an issue with initialization steps. Because if I put the equip in the start, then all the other parameters are initialized properly, but the whole thing is initialized only for the host and not for the clients. And if I move everything in the network logic, then I'm missing proper initialization of all the not networked stuff. So it's a matter of figuring out how to initialize one thing after the other. Also, YouTube stream delays sometimes sucks. I can imagine. I can imagine that. So yeah, I'm like 80% now convinced that I should stop multi-streaming and move entirely on Twitch for streaming. So videos on YouTube, streams on Twitch. I think that will be the best way to go, because again, I was hoping for the exposure, but on practice it doesn't prove to be really useful. On practice, the exposure, as you said, brings 3-4 people. They check, they see that it's not really what they want to watch. It's not a dynamic video as they are used on the channel. So they just stop doing that. So overall, the net value, I think, is 0 for YouTube. So, and it should make my life easier a bit, because it will be easier to manage just one platform while streaming. Okay, let's see. Your encounter is due to the order in which Unity calls lifecycle methods indeed. Specifically, you move the equip method from start to some of the necessary haven't occurred yet. Exactly, that's what I mentioned as well. For network objects, anything that code calls before start. When the object is dynamically spawned over the network, this means that any initialization done in start will not have happened when on network is called. When equip method is called on network spawn, several components like these ones, indeed, and other might not be initialized because their initialization is in start. Solution. To resolve this, we need to ensure that, I agree, why move to awake? That's what I tried, but it didn't work. Ensure all components are initialized. By moving your initialization code to awake, you guarantee that all components and variables are set up before any network-related methods use them. So, move initialization code to awake. Ensure all components are available in Awake. Remove or simplify the start. After moving, you can remove the start. Update Awake method. Here is the modified Awake version. So he wants me to move the entire start in the Awake. Am I getting it properly? Sure. I guess I could do that. So, what it wants me to do is have this kind of Awake, which I believe is identical. Yeah, I believe it is identical to what we have here. So in theory, I don't need the start anymore. Let's comment this one out, but I'm pretty sure it will still give me errors, but from different classes this time. Pretty sure it will give me errors from different classes like this one, the krig component. I'm pretty sure this one doesn't manage to get initialized. Yeah, but I'll still give it a try. Still give it a try and see how that works. In theory, again, as I said, if I get this part flawlessly working, that will be like 50% of the entire project. All the rest is stuff that I know how to do, so it will be very easy to add it in huge amounts. As for the networking stuff, that's the part that takes the most effort and time. Did the changes and now this is the error. Do you need any other details? Maybe the krig script. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, it's good that it's taking its time. The new reference error occurs because when you move your installation code to Awake, some components are being accessed, and then, yeah, that's what I said as well. But if I initialize it in start again, won't it cause the same issue that it is not initialized for all clients? Don't get it. He keeps ping-ponging between two solutions. He gives one solution, it gives an error, then I describe this error, and he gives me the other solution. Then I do that one, it gives me an error, and then he suggests the first solution as the... Yeah, it's a little confusing. He just tells me, oh, move it to Awake. Oh, move it to start. Oh, yeah, move it to Awake. Oh, no, move it to start. Bro. So it wants me to move those two. Those three, actually. It wants me to move in the start. That doesn't make sense, does it? You're absolutely correct. Wow. The issue arises because network variables are synchronized, which is called before start. This means that if we move the initialization back to start, we risk the same problem. Then why the fuck would you suggest that? The core issue is the timing component. Key points. Network variables are synchronized during on network spawn. Components like keyring may not be fully initialized after Awake. You know what? Let's try fuck ChatGPT. Let's try to figure this one out ourselves. Right? Because that shit. When is this one initialized? Here. That's where this one. It's initialized at setup character, which is called in FPS Animator Wizard. Okay. But we also have this thing that happens in Run Wizard menu and this thing that happens in also Run Wizard menu. What? Okay, we do still have some here. Initialize, which is called in from the bone controller. And that one is called from the FPS animator in start. In start. If I do this, did I magically solve the problem? Maybe try saying that both solutions don't work. Well, the thing is, the last version of ChatGPT should have awareness of the entire conversation, so it does know that I had this issue and this issue, and it should base his answer on all the history. But honestly, seems like it almost worked. Like, can't properly see because the camera definitely didn't get initialized, but did you try that long conversation with ChatGPT 01? Because that's why I'm saying it's only the latest version. I noticed it does something like that, but... So that kinda worked. Kinda. But now the camera is fucked up. This shit is fucked up now. Okay, let me think. What is the solution again that it's offering? That's a good solution, I think, actually. That's what I was also thinking, like, why the fuck do I even have to use all of this bullshit if I can make some sort of waiter or I don't know. Let's try that solution. I think this one has a chance of working. Okay, then on network spawn, network variables are initialized. So on network spawn, the very end, we're gonna have this thing. And then on start, I'm gonna bring back everything from awake. Do this. except this part is going back to the on networks. Fuck. This one is going back to the on network spawn here. Right? And now I just need the coroutine back to the start. Then I just need the coroutine itself. Okay, make your bets. Is this gonna somehow solve the problem? I think this has the highest chance of doing that. What are you doing today? What am I doing today? I'm trying to get the networking to work. After, also, as you can see, I'm training the AI for the next project. And after that, I have to do some cleaning and some cooking today for the rest of the week. So, quite a busy day. Watching the stream in the break. Nice. I also like watching devlog streams and developer streams in the background. That's quite chill while working on my own stuff. So, guys, fingers crossed. Please, let this work, please. So far, so good. Fuck! Wait, what even is the issue this time? Exception, FPS control on unlocked weapons cannot be null. All network variable-based instances must be initialized. Oh, right. That's because I moved it to... Wait, but another question. Why do I even want to initialize all the network variables in the on-network spawn instead of just doing it in awake? That's another thing I don't understand. Let's wait for his answers, but in the meantime, try and figure out... I know what the issue is. The issue is the same that we had, that I'm initializing it in on-network spawn instead of initializing it in awake. But it's never being used, right? So why would it even cause the error? All network instances must be initialized. What you're doing in the bread stream? Is the whole bread thing coming from Linus Tech Tips? Hey Vlad, welcome. Oh, welcome. So what's the answer? Why does it prefer to do it? You're raising a valid question, and I'd be happy to clarify it. In Unity's netcode, the synchronization net happens after awake method is called. This means that awake is executed on clients. The network variables are not yet synchronized with the server and may not hold the correct values. Here's a typical execution order. Yeah, that much I figured out myself, but... But now I try to initialize unlocked weapons in on network spawn, but I get this issue. Oh fuck. And I get this issue. And when I initialize it in awake, I don't have this issue. How does it make any sense? I'm eating popcorn, I am cool. Good job. Polska guru. Oh, Австрийska pingvin. Must be initialized at the point of declaration. Can attempting initialize the pointer in methods like on network spawn, wake, or start leads to this exception. Why does this exception? Bro, do you even consider the previous topics? I literally... Fuck, how do you spell literally? Literally told you that when I initialize the network list on declaration, I get the error. What was the error that I initially mentioned here? When I initialize the network list on declaration, I get the error about memory allocation and other dumb stuff. Come on, ChatGPT is on the AI side. He's not helping, so the AI homies can chill. Oh, that ain't an AI project, so ChatGPT shouldn't be so protective. It's just a first-person game, so he can be chill about that. Okay, Unity netcode, how to initialize a network list. For fuck's sake. Okay, that's what it says as well. You have to initialize it either in awake or start method. Okay. So fucking confused. Both confused and frustrated. But yeah, like currently it says that we have 0 viewers on YouTube and 5 viewers on Twitch, so honestly there is literally no point on multi-streaming. Please not at this point, because not enough people and my English is very good. But yeah, I was trying to say that maybe when you have like a larger audience, for stream at least, that maybe it makes sense to multi-stream, but currently I just don't think it does. I just noticed there is something in the right corner of the screen, lol. Yeah, it's Chickles training there. Chickles is training there. Oh! Did it work? So far so good. Now, if it works for multiplayer as well, then a little W for today. But it is a W, and we deserve it. But yeah, fingers crossed it will work in multiplayer, because that was the issue initially. If that shit works, what I'm gonna do next is, in the new project, I'm gonna build everything from scratch, but splitting it in the according classes, making the architecture much more comfortable. And maybe I'll even make that into a package or a library so that I can reuse it in future projects. I did connect with the host here, which wasn't what I intended to do. But it is what it is. Okay, so far so good. So as the client, I'm gonna pick up the weapon. Sure. I can switch the gun. Even seems to be working. And I can aim the gun and it works. It fucking works, guys. Yeah, there is one little problem and I think I might even know how to solve it. It's this one, yeah. Only the owner can invoke a server RPC that requires ownership. I think I know where that is coming from. It's here, right? Will this solve the problem? Guys, I think we did it. I'm so fucking happy. It's always interesting, like, when you work a lot on something and you take a break from it because you're tired without achieving the goal, you're like almost destroyed for the entire day. At least for me it's this way, like you just lose motivation and you're tired the entire rest of the day. But when you spend the same amount of energy but at the end you actually get it working, I don't know how, but then it just boosts you with a shit ton of motivation to keep working. At least for me, it works this way. Okay, let me stop Chicos from training a bit, because I think he reached some good results, and I will need to do some changes. Right? Client. Again, I'm connecting as the client. Only server can despawn. Again, I think I know what causes the issue. 1 second, I think I know. Because I'm despawning it on the client. Should I be despawning it on the server then? So I'm supposed to be despawning on the server. But then the object won't get destroyed. So my assumption is that I have to Yeah, I think I know what I have to do. So I need to despawn it here and set it destroyed to false, right? What? Oh, okay. It does it automatically and sends a destroy message for it to all connected clients. So I don't think I even need this client RPC thing. I don't think I need to send a server message to the clients because I believe despawn does that already. I just realized that people who are here often can flex on new people by only typing this way since we have no other use for the channel points. I mean, that's a good point, but do you watch other streamers often? Do you, because I don't really watch streams, so I'm not entirely sure what are the possibilities. What do usually other streamers do with channel points? What are some use cases that you find entertaining or that you saw being used often? Because I could implement them as well, I just don't know what to do, you know? So if you could let me know what other channels are using the channel points for, maybe we can have something similar. And the unfortunate thing is that the channel points are not, like, when you write this kind of messages, it doesn't show up here. It would be nice if it would be some sort of embedded that you could see it properly the way you see it in the chat. Okay, so did we do this? Let's see. Moment of truth. Connect as the host. Connect as the client. Aiming gives me some errors, but if I pick up, still gives me errors and still gives me errors. Huh. But that wasn't the case just a second ago, was it? I don't get it. Where do I get the null pointer again? Why would I get the null pointer again? Betting. You pay points for the sound to be played on stream like a creeper or a fart. That's an interesting idea. We can do that. Betting is already possible, I believe. That's the thing that I see most of the time. Yeah, we might do something like that, actually. I will take a look into that. What the fuck does that even mean? What the fuck does this even mean? And why again am I getting the error? I didn't get this error previous time. Why am I getting it now? But it worked properly, for fuck's sake. It worked properly. Why isn't it working now? Oh, fucking hell. Whatever, that's just a warning, that's not an error, I guess, but... The problem is this. Why am I still getting this? And was I still getting it when I had the previous option implemented, like this one? Is it related somehow to that bullshit? Splatblaze is back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Still trying to get the same shit fixed. It's just, if it's not one error, it's the other. How? How can Unity package be so unready? And it's not a new package, that's the part that surprises me. And it's, I would argue it's quite important to work on. Much more important than all the bullshit with the shaders they keep doing. But that's a bold take. Okay, connecting as the host. Connecting as the client. Pick up the weapon. Yeah, it gives it no server problem. Okay, it still gives the same fucking error. It is the exact same problem, exact same problem. How the fuck wasn't it solved by the enumerator thing? Trying to trace it back. It starts here. It starts on aim state change. Where the fuck does that one occur? That one occurs right here. That one occurs right here. So we know that the network was properly initialized, otherwise this bullshit will not get triggered. And this shit is triggered when I press the right mouse button. When I press the right mouse button, we get here, and then here we go active item on aim pressed. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm pretty sure this issue doesn't occur when I connect as the host. When I do the same movements as the host, I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen. Actually, I'm gonna try two things. I'm gonna try as the client from the editor. First, breaks this bullshit. Yeah, same problem. Okay. And if I do it simply as the host, I'm pretty sure it won't cause any issues. This way it doesn't cause any issues. How does this work? Why? Trying to figure out why it works on the host, but on the clients it gives you all these bullshit errors. Let's trace it back once again. I really want to get this issue sorted out during the stream. I really need that. Sure. And here is the error. Good. Now let's trace back the error. So it's this thing, FPS camera controller. It's that one that is causing the issue, right? Where is this one initialized? It's initialized here in the onEquip method. OnEquip is called right here in the equip weapon. So equip weapon is called only when the things have been initialized, and then it goes here on equip, where we get the FPS camera controller, the part that is causing me problems. We have the parent get component in children, FPS camera controller. That's where this thing gets initialized. So I can't update the target FOV. Shit. So on aim press, update target user input control. That one is not causing any issues, apparently. Despite the fact that it is in the same place, it seems. Wait a second. Wait a second. Is it because the equipped weapon is not called only on the owner? You know what? I want to see something. I want to make this one a serial live field. Okay, I want to visualize this one whenever the other guy connects. Which type of reinforcement learning is being used? Well, the AI part is in the bottom right screen, but currently it's on pause. The guy was training until now, and I made a small pause for him. I guess we can actually continue the training. The algorithm that is being used is called PPO, or Proximal Policy Optimization. That's the reinforcement learning algorithm that is being used right now. Let's get the little guy training. But in the meantime, I'm trying to learn networking, Unity multiplayer and shit, but it's hard, bro. It is hard. Okay, let the boy have some fun while we keep struggling here. So, what I want is to compare some values. For that, I need to connect both as the host and as the client. We'll see how that one goes. But yeah, I think I'm gonna... The stream will last until one of the two first occurs. Either 1 hour passes, or I get this shit fixed. So that's how long the stream will last. Okay, connect as the host. Connect as the client. Sure. Now, I want to pause here, and I want to analyze something. So, the first SWAT, which is the host. There should be a pistol, yes. Pistol must have a weapon script, yes. And the camera thing, yeah, the FPS camera controller is not null. There it is, we have it. It's this camera. While for the client, if we do the same thing for the client and we try to check the pistol, indeed, the FPS camera controller is null. Let's see what else is null. None, 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 but I think those are identical here. Yeah, so it seems that the FPS camera controller is not being initialized. Let's try and see why, because when we try to initialize it, right? When we try to initialize it, we're going parent and then get component in children. So, and that's for the weapon, which means that's our weapon. We go to parent, which is the IK weapon bone, and component in children, camera. It should be right here. FPS camera controller. It should be right here. Like, however, this one is disabled. This one is disabled. So what? So what if it is disabled? Hi, hey, welcome. So it's PPO, is it? I thought it would be interesting if the AI could perceive sound. Depends on the project, I assume, but you know, like perceiving sound for us, the sound is something that actually exists. For the AI, sound will be just another sort of numeric input. Like, most probably the way you would approach sound would be creating some sort of trigger zones for the range, like the audible range or something like that. So while the idea sounds fun, I don't think the end result will differ too much from just the regular observations that the AI has. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. FPS camera controller. Why does this not work? I want to see the user input controller as well, because this will tell me some important information. I think I'm up to something. I believe that now I'm gonna see that when we start, we're gonna see that the client has this one assigned and this one is not assigned. If that will be the case, I have a small hint, a small clue what might be causing it. While it's built. Okay, let's see if my assumption is correct. So my assumption is that only the camera stuff is not initialized. Let's see. So I connect as the host, I connect as the client, and now I'm checking. So here, if I take your pistol, yes, you see, the user input is initialized, the camera input is not initialized. And if I look here, both of them are initialized. I have a small idea why that might be caused. Because if we go to scripts, I do recall I did some changes for the camera part. I think it's in the FPS controller, if I'm not wrong. Is it? Yeah, FPS camera game object, this one. So I'm doing this thing. Now I am wondering, that is in order to disable the camera on the client. But my question is, if I do that, will it allow for the initialization to happen properly? Because if so, then we might be onto something. But I don't see why that would work, because in theory, even if it is disabled, it should be still like initialized, you know? So I'm not entirely sure this is related to the problem, but if it is, then at least I have a pinpoint on where to think about the solution. In which direction, I mean. Okay, so connect as the host. As you can see, there is some problem with the camera already. And now we connected and both cameras have switched to this particular one, but if we look at the pistol, we have the SWAT and we have the camera. Here it works perfectly, and then the client. Yes, so now it also works. Now it works. Then, for some reason, for some weird reason, it has something to do with this. It has something to do with this, which makes me believe that if I take this, we go to here, and I do this. Okay? Makes sense? We'll see. We'll see. But I think it makes some sense, because I'm initializing I'm disabling the camera after the initialization was done. So I would expect that now we will still have the reference to the camera, despite it being turned off. At least I hope. At least I hope that's how it's gonna go. Of truth. Host. Well, I already see it didn't work. I already see that it did not work. It moves the camera to this guy. I'm wondering why. I'm wondering why that would be the case. But then again, I don't really understand why this part let me see. Why is this returning null when the object is non-active? Shouldn't it still return a reference to that object despite it being disabled? Ask GPT. GPT never failed us. Wait, what? Well, I am asking GPT, but unfortunately he did fail us quite often. Oh. So it does not return components that are attached to an active game object. Okay, so I just need to pass the true parameter, which means include inactive. I can do that. Yeah, okay, I like this. I like that it's a rather simple solution. Let's move that where it used to work. And I need you to hold your fingers crossed for this one. We need this to work. We need this one to work, guys. Okay. Moment of truth. Fingers crossed. Connect as the host. Connect as the client. So far, so good. Some error appeared. This doesn't cause any errors. I picked up the weapon. I switched the weapon. And I'm aiming the weapon and it works. It works, guys. I fixed it. It fucking works. Now let's try and solve the annoying little issues like this one. Destination state to transition info layer 1 does not exist. What? Okay. New chat. Explain this Unity netcode issue, please. Well, good news. We solved the problem we were trying to solve. Bad news, we still have some awkward warnings and errors happening, like trying to send client a disconnected message to client 0, which is not in a connected state. Like, I don't even know what that means. This one also, I don't know what this error means. Let's also try and find an explanation for this one. What about this error? So, indicates that the network animator component in Unity Network is attempting to access an animation layer that doesn't exist in your animation controller. Let's break down what's happening and how to fix it. There are animation layers in Unity, so my layer 0 is missing. No, it's not. It's default layer 0, 1, 2. Oh, I don't have layer 3. Can it somehow be related to that? No, it's trying to access layer 1. Layer 1 is transparent effects. Why can't you access it? The animator on the server or host has a different number of layers. I don't get this one. I don't really get this one. I don't get this issue. Maybe the real layer was the friends we made along the way. Most probably. Most definitely. What is Google saying about this one? Figured out it should destroy code on server side, so I deleted the network spawn and added if is owner return. Which means that in the weapon pickup where I implemented this, they do that already. On disable, if is owner return. Oh wait, yeah, because I wasn't even supposed to do that. I'm supposed to do something like this, right? Right? Think so. Fingers crossed. So there is this networking thing that we had the issue with, right? Did I bring it back the way it was? Yeah. And disable scene management for the sake of testing. Let's see. Layer 3 was the friends we made along the way. That was a good one. Okay, host. No error and no warning so far. Client. Trying to send client connected message to client 0, which is not in a connected state. Failed to spawn network object for hash. What does this even mean? When I try to move, it also throws in some errors. But it doesn't seem to be throwing errors, honestly. Like, the animation seems to be... Where is it the running animation that's not working? Yeah, I think the hands are not being animated while sprinting. Because it should put the hands down. And it doesn't. Is it working? Let me move this here. Is it working? Alright, it's not working for sprinting at all, it seems. So I do get the same errors. I don't get this warning and I don't get this error, if I'm being honest. Not understanding it. So the client is running a message. I'm not seeing any of this cause for it. My board creating GitHub issue. Get this issue figured out or struggling. No, I have seen plusing on testing, but I've not noticed any ill effect. I have the same issue and it only happens with the host and not when I use just the server and the client. So it's likely something with the host trying to message itself as mentioned above, but I have no clue how to fix it. This is developer log. Oh! Nice! Look, I think I know how to solve the issue. Log level developer, bum. Log level normal. I think by telling it, don't tell me all the bullshit info, I will get rid of the errors. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I was seeing those errors, which aren't really affecting anything except maybe some really deep functionality that I don't give a shit about. So I'm pretty sure now we won't have that. Because we left only the useful logs, basically. There you go. Oh, we do still have the failed to spawn network objects. I need to sort this one out. Pick up. No error. Aim. No error. Aim. No error. Swap. Everything works. Decals. We have the decals. Nice. Alright, then the only thing I want to fix... it's not the end of the stream yet. Please, more error. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm gonna fix one more thing right now. First of all, let's set weapon indices to spawn. 1. Let's spawn 2 AKs at a little bit varying positions. So both players can pick up, basically. That's the first thing. The second thing is it has problems with spawning some items, some network items. So here we have this thing as a prefab. Maybe I need the spawner to be, I can't add the spawner as a, it has to be a network prefab. That is a network object, but it's not a prefab. So if I go again here, I do this. I should have a list of network prefabs, shouldn't I? No. Then... Where the fuck did I put the spawner prefab? Here. So we put the spawner as a prefab as well. That should do the trick. That should give me at least one less errors. So let's see. Hey, Moimix, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. But for this purpose, I'm gonna connect here as the client and here as the host, so I can have the proper error message. Yeah, we have the two AEKs. That part is working as intended. We connect as the client. We got... I think that actually removed the error completely, didn't it? Pick up a gun. Nice. And now you can pick up the other gun. Nice. So now both of you have the AK. You can shoot the wall. And both of you should see the bullets. Yes, that is working. So... Switch. Switch. Right. Alt F4. Stop. Console. So yeah, only this kind of errors, but that's not errors, those are some sort of warnings. I'm not entirely sure what those warnings are, but we did fix the problem with the spawning. So it is working, guys. Can you fucking believe it? We managed, actually. Despite all the problems, all the errors and all the difficulties, we actually managed to get the system working. So now you can pick up weapons from the ground. You can swap between different weapons, and that works in multiplayer. You know what that means? Do you know what that means? That means that we have the core character controller ready. And all I have to do is recreate this project with a well-written code and not this hectic bullshit, which I'm just trying to get it working, but actually split across different classes and so on. And we start implementing functionality like monsters, enemies, shooting those enemies, maybe a shop mechanic or stuff like that. And yes, it does mean the end of the stream. But I am so damn glad that we got it working. I have a positive feeling that this project might get completed in like 2-3 months. I actually have a positive feeling about that, so we'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for joining in, for keeping me company in those difficult times where my brain is melting. Thanks for participating thanks for writing in the chat, and I'ma see you Wednesday. Either Wednesday or Friday. No, please, what are you talking about? What do you want me to do? I need to go eat something. I need to go grab something to eat again, because my stomach is complaining. And I still have a lot of work to do on the AI project. But yeah, thanks guys for joining. And most probably I'm gonna see you on Wednesday. Can we have stream of AI training? What do you mean by stream of AI training? Like, whenever the AI will be training just to run that as a... I think that might be an option, but I don't think anybody will be too interested in watching that. We want to watch it train. Interesting. I will consider that. We won't do that today because I still have to do some configuration changes to the project, so it will be changing. But once I get to the stage where it's gonna be a constant 100-hour training, I think I'm gonna do that. So yeah, as I said, not for this stream because I still need to do some changes, but once I get that ready, I'm gonna run a stream and you guys will know. And you'll be able to follow Chico's training. Alright, yeah, again, thanks everybody, and I'm gonna see you on the next stream. Bye-bye.